As-Salaam Alaikum and welcome to another fantastic episode of the Rise Magazine podcast. This is the visual and audible representation of the baddest magazine on the planet Earth, smashing records all over the planet Earth, none other than Rise Magazine, helping you rise to the peak of greatness. As we always do with every episode, we have an absolutely fantastic program set out for you today. But before we start, we have got to open up in prayer, calling on the God. So at this time, please assume whatever position of prayer you find most comfortable, and we pray. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, all praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, Master of this day of judgment in which we now live. Thee alone do we worship, and thine aid do we seek. O Allah, guide us on the right path, the path of those upon whom thou hast bestowed thy favors, and not the path upon whom thy wrath has been brought down, nor those who go astray. Amen. All praise due to Allah. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, I bear witness there is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is his messenger. I greet you all in the greeting words of peace of As-Salaam Alaikum. My name is Brother Hashim, and I will be helping to moderate this absolutely wonderful discussion that we are going to be having today with none other than the King of the South, the Southern Regional Minister of the Nation of Islam under the office of Farrakhan, Student Regional Minister Abdul Sharrieff, Muhammad, the man himself. So before I go and get ahead of myself, because you know I will do it, I have to turn it over to our absolutely wonderful, beloved editor-in-chief of Rise Magazine, put in place by the man himself, Sister Aziza Muhammad. I turn it over to you at this time.
Praise be to Allah. Thank you, Brother Hashim. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is his messenger. And I would like to greet all of our viewers in the greeting words of peace of As-Salaam Alaikum. And I'm really excited about today's episode. As Brother Hashim mentioned, we'll have Student Regional Minister Abdul Sharrieff Muhammad on. Just a man who is so full of wisdom, so full of knowledge, and someone that doesn't keep it to himself. He's continuously working, continuously striving to help the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. He does it with joy, he does it with a smile, and with generosity. And so I have a lot of positive things to say about him. He's an amazing person. For those of you who may really not know his story, today we're going to be talking about his books, and he'll share some information with us all. We'll ask some questions. And so this is going to be a really informative episode. I'm not going to talk too much. I'm really looking forward to hearing from someone who traveled all over the world with the man of God, and who so willingly will share with us information and stories about his travels and anything else that we may want to know. He's a very open person. And so I'm just very glad that he's here today. He's the CEO and founder of Rise Magazine and the Rise Magazine podcast. And we want to thank him so much for allowing us to have a publication where we can express ourselves unedited, and to have this platform of Rise Magazine podcast to just discuss different topics. He doesn't hold anyone back from really showing their talents and doing what they love to do. And so we thank you, Student Minister Sharrieff. And if you can, we'd like to bring you on with warmth, with love, for you to kind of introduce yourself and talk about some things that you want to share with us today.
Thank you so very much, Aziza. Sheen, thank you, Brother Costa. Thank you all for allowing me to come on the podcast today. I'd like to say As-Salaam Alaikum to the listening audience. Thank y'all so very much. And my book, A Soldier in the Movement of Christ. I would like to just all of you, and I would like to open myself up for whatever questions that you all may have for me. Answer whatever God would bless me to answer. But thank you. And I thank the Honorable Louis Farrakhan for giving me the opportunity to travel all over the world with them, to travel all over the country with them, and Islam in this side. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Praise be to Allah. All right, Brother Hashim, would you like to take us into the first question? You'll be discussing a soldier in the movement of Christ.
Yes, ma'am. So, As-Salaam Alaikum, Regional Minister.
Alaikum salam, soldier.
Yes, sir. So, just to start it off, since obviously we're going to be, talking about a few things out of your book, just tell us, what was the motivation in writing A Soldier in the Movement of Christ? What was your motivation in doing it? Why did you write it? What inspired you to write such a book? And what do you hope people to get out of it?
Well, what inspired me is that I wanted the brothers and sisters as well out there in the land to know that I didn't come drop out of heaven.
Mm.
From North America, hell, if they read my book, they just say, "You made it." I can make it. Hoping that Allah would bless me through the writing that was put in the book, that my brothers and sisters would gain strength if they were out there.
Yes, sir. And you're a little muffled, regional minister. Your phone, your audio is just a little muffled. So if anything is covering up your mic.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
I'll
yes,
be
sir. Much better.
right. And I wanted them to read the book and be encouraged to keep hope alive.
Yes.
Hopefully, by the name of Allah, that they will strengthen their faith in their whatever God they say they believe in,
Right.
because they can make it no matter what you're going through. Now I see it, everyone right now. It doesn't matter what you're going through. Nothing happens without the permission of Allah God. Say to each and every one of you, like the Honorable Farrakhan told me, if you hold on to the hands of God, He will never turn your hand loose. He don't turn His hand loose, and
Right.
you can get through anything that you're going through. You can make
Mm.
it. You can. God will make a way out of no way. That is so true. I want all of us to strengthen up our faith in whatever God you say you believe in. Strengthen your faith in God. And when you say your prayer, Abdul Farrakhan said to us, he said, now, oftentimes we pray, not even expecting an answer.
Wow.
I'm going to say that again. We pray not even expecting an answer. So we're just going through the motion.
Come on. That's right.
To all of us, when you pray, pray sincerely. All on the God. Ask Him to answer your prayer.
Come on.
He will. So don't give up. Keep hope alive.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Praises be to Allah. Beautiful. Thank you, Regis. Just from that, just from asking about that, you just such a beautiful and inspirational words. I have one more. I see you, sisters. I got one more. I'm not gonna. I got one more that I want to ask, and then I'll be done for a while. In your book, you talk about a lot of your different journeys with the Honorable Mrs. Farrakhan, just all over the planet Earth. Tell us what's out of all of your journeys, what is one of your absolute favorite moments that you shared with him?
I would say one of my favorite moments, I would say, that stands out with me is when Don Louis Farrakhan, when we went to Africa.
Mm.
And they asked the minister to speak in one of the mosques deep down in the jungle.
Wow.
It was not completed yet. But Don Louis Farrakhan, being the humble man that he is, he accepted the invite and he went to a mosque that didn't have a roof on it. Our people packed all outside, it was jam packed. And Muhammad Farrakhan didn't speak their language. So he had an interpreter
Wow.
that had to do three languages. And they responded. That would blew my mind.
Wow.
Muhammad Farrakhan spoke, and then the interpreter, the spirit that he had, he tried to emanate the spirit that the minister had. And when he spoke through three languages, the brothers and sisters responded.
Mm.
They responded. They was yelling, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. And I was saying to myself, standing there with Donald Lewis Farrakhan, I'm saying, down here in the he's a man of God. I said, what man of man is this?
Wow.
He's the interpreter, and he still transform the spirit
Come
of
on.
God to our people. And
Wow.
so that always stuck out in my mind. Our people still related to the unbelief of our God, and they love him down there. And I used to say to myself, how in the world did they know the minister way down here in the jungles, boy? That's a man, God. Boy, they love it too.
Come on.
That's one of the things that stuck out with me on the trip.
Beautiful. All praises, Lord. Thank you so much for sharing that, Regional Minister, because there aren't many people who can say they've traveled with the Armies Farrakhan for as long as you have. And just to be able to sit here and get these experiences and talk to you and get some of these beautiful little nuggets that you've acquired over the years, it's a blessing. All praise to Allah. So, Sister Aziza, I turn it over to you.
Yes. So the book that I want to ask a few questions on is The Great Ambassador of Love. And this is a picture book by Student Minister Sharrieff, just really giving us a journey through his travels with the minister. And so I'm going to show it to everyone so they could take a look at it. And there's beautiful pictures in there going through different places that Student Minister Sharrieff traveled with the minister. And just the pictures in here are amazing. Really, I can't, I'm kind of lost for words about how beautiful they are. And so you'll see here, I'll show one of the pictures, and this is Saudi Arabia. You'll see a picture of the minister sitting right there. And then, let's see, go through a few more. And really, everyone who has not purchased this book, please make sure that you purchase it. There's beautiful pictures. Of course, I'm not going to show all of it because you have to buy the book. But my question to you, Student Minister Sharrieff, is what were some of your thoughts just traveling with the minister? What were you thinking as you witnessed people bear witness to him? For example, going to Saudi Arabia, I know you've mentioned that you saw the way that the Saudis responded to the minister. What were some of your thoughts on that? Just seeing people from different countries respond to the minister's divinity.
Well, thank you for the question, because these are, well, my thought was, first of all, back during that time, I wondered about myself. I saw how people responded to the Honorable Louis Farrakhan and how they were crying and how they felt. And I started questioning myself. And I said to myself, what is it that they're feeling? And I'm right here with the man all the time. I don't feel what they feel.
Wow.
I started questioning myself, what's wrong with me? Why am I not feeling what they feel? So you asked me some of my thoughts. That was one of my main thoughts as to the journey. But when the journey was over, I get into that maybe later on. I started feeling what they were feeling. But early on, I wasn't feeling that. And those were my thoughts. What's wrong with me while I'm not feeling what they're feeling? All the time, by the grace of God. So those are some of my main thoughts. Watch the Honorable Louis Farrakhan, no matter where you're at in the world, people, how they responded to him once he spoke the words of God coming through him and then going out and then settling on the people's heart. That word is real, man.
Wow.
People's lives literally in front of you. That's I mean, the thought that you see that. I can't really convey it enough to you. That's something that you all have to experience. And that's why I say to the listening audience, look, you all need to listen to the Honorable Louis Farrakhan. Listen to him, get his DVD, tape, read the Final Call newspaper, whatever you can get your hands on.
Come on. Come on.
On earth. And I know all the time we hear that, but we don't necessarily believe it. But I'm telling all of us, Louis Farrakhan is divinely guided.
That's right.
Thank God, Allah,
Come on. Yes, sir.
I let it alone.
Mm.
That's my actual facts as I know it from experience with him. Look, get all you can while you can. You
Right.
learn all you can about this man. Telling us he is the Jesus. You know, those are the sometimes.
Mm.
Praise be to Allah. Thank you so much. The next question that I have is, what's one of the greatest lessons you learned from the minister during your travels with him?
One of the greatest lessons I would say is the Honorable Louis Farrakhan is a humble man. He has stuck around for 15 if
Mm.
he called by my name. He won't humble himself. The Honorable Louis Farrakhan is humble all over the world. What you say that humble this God. And I've learned up to be one of the greatest human beings on the planet. And I've learned that principle from him and still striving to live up to it.
Yes, sir. Praise be to Allah. The audio is chopping up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I just want to let the viewers know, when we tested the audio, it was not doing this. So apparently they don't want, the enemy doesn't want us to hear what Student Minister Sharrieff has to say, but he's going to say it anyway. And we're going to keep asking the questions. And so Brother Hashim has one more question for Student Minister Sharrieff, and then we can go back to a soldier in the movement of Christ. But just to go back to the great ambassador of love, just looking at these pictures and your travels with the minister, another question I have is, you mentioned in the back of the book about love, that the minister demonstrates true love. Can you talk about that? What did you see him do in these different countries that really showed you that he was a man who demonstrates true love?
The Honorable Louis Farrakhan is the embodiment of love. No matter what environment he's in, no matter if he's in the streets or the suites, he demonstrates nothing. He shows love. The so-called quote unquote the little man in the streets, he shows nothing but love. He shows everybody, everywhere he goes, love. And that's why so many people, once they meet him, hear from him, they don't have nothing but love for him. Because the man has nothing but love. Love emanates from him. That's what he did all over the world as we travel. And that's why Jesus said to his father, the least of these, you've also done unto me. That's why we all should demonstrate and show nothing but love. And
Right.
that's what we in our community is love. Because if we really love one another, I'm talking about not just surface love, I'm talking about deep, sincere love. All this killing of one another would be stop at meeting.
Come on. Yes, sir.
If you can run around killing somebody that you truly love,
Yes, sir.
then our enemy knows that if he can turn us against self, it's easy to turn us against kind.
Mm.
It was done. And now we are the biggest killers because of the lack of love.
Come
That's
on.
what Farrakhan is demonstrating to all of us. Love yourself first. Then it's easy to love your neighbor, to love self. And that's why our enemy got a problem with one of the problems with Abdul Farrakhan and with those of us that try to follow him. We're trying hard to teach each other to love yourself, like love yourself, like woman, and we can make a difference in our own lives and then in our community. And we can stop all this killing, this really fall in love with our. That's it on that.
Beautiful.
Praise be to Allah. Thank you so much, Brother Minister. And Brother Hashim, if you can take us further into some questions.
Don't mind if I do. So, in your book, Social Movement Christ Minister, you talk about some situations where really, I think a lesser man would have definitely folded under some of these situations. Because I'm reading this, I'm like, man, that sounds kind of scary. So you talk about some of the situations where you even were unjustly attacked by the police, and you had to overcome. Just tell us about some of the situations. Was there ever a time that you had to overcome fear, in order to achieve the goal? Tell us about some of the times where you had to overcome fear and call on Allah, and what you did to overcome that fear and do what needed to be done.
Yes, well, I can tell you the time. But Abdul Farrakhan has taught us and is still teaching us that between the finger and the trigger of a gun is Allah God.
Come on. Yes, sir.
I want to say that again. Between your finger and that trigger is Allah God.
Right.
He has the power to stop you from shooting, or he can allow you to shoot. And most people don't believe that. Well, I came up face to face with that. In the community once, my brothers and sisters was there, and the drug deals was there, and people came up, and we went into the neighborhood, and they kidnapped one of our sisters that we knew, one of the brothers, sisters, and we went in and took her back out of the hands of the drug dealers and brought her down to the car and got her in the car, got ready to drive off, and one of the brothers came right out of the window where my head was and pointed the gun right at my head and tried. He was pulling the trigger and the gun didn't go off.
Mm.
He drove off, and then I saw him. He took the gun and hit it on his hand, and then it hurt. Pow, 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 pow. That's when I knew, boy, God is real.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I knew it. But God did not allow that gun to go off when he put it up to my head. But then he showed me after we drove off that it went off. He pulled it. That's when I knew it. Between the finger, the trigger is God. That's real in my life. I know that. And you have to have enough faith to believe that. And that's what a lot of our brothers and sisters are afraid in the community to see when they see our brothers and sisters begin to shoot somebody or talking crazy or getting ready to do. We won't intervene because we're afraid that that person may shoot us. And then we're going out with it. Well, I'm not trained to de-escalate. Well, call on the God. The God is real.
All right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If you talk and call on the God.
Right.
That's why we need to teach more of our brothers and sisters. That's why they need to come and join the Nation of Islam.
Come on. That's right.
Teach them about living God. Not like a God. A God that delivers the Honorable Louis Farrakhan every day. He's a man that's in the midst of the most powerful government in the whole world.
Yes, sir.
We have not been able to do anything to him by the grace of God.
Right, right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There's a power bigger than them that protects Louis Farrakhan.
Wow.
Because he's a hated man by many of our enemies. But he's back. He told us in front of the whole world, he's back by the two most powerful beings in the universe.
That's right.
Muhammad and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Now,
Yes, sir.
you gotta be able to prove me to be a liar.
Come on.
That's just a fact. So I'm saying to all that have not joined the Nation of Islam, join the Nation of Islam.
Yes, sir.
And in the joining the Nation of Islam, it would teach you how to man up.
Right. That's right.
And even how to woman up.
Yes,
Not
sir.
to be no homosexual and not to be no lesbian. I'm talking about a real man, real woman of God.
Yes.
See?
Yes.
Let me stop because I ain't trying to.
Crazy. Go on. Go ahead.
And I know that Don Blues Farrakhan is the Jesus in our midst.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right.
Mm.
Praise be to Allah.
And what you said, Regional Minister, it reminded me of something that I heard Brother Ishmael saying in Chicago, where he was talking about in the Bible, how in the Quran where it says that the believers can take like one believer can take 10 of the wicked. He was saying that it's not the skill, it's nothing to do with the skill, it's not the training level, it's the faith in Allah God, which is why one of the righteous can take 10 of the wicked. And what you were saying just now reminded me of that, of something that Brother Ishmael was saying up in Milwaukee. But I have one more question. I know in your book you started this amazing. A lot of people don't know this about you, but you started a multi-million-dollar company that employed a lot of people called NOI Security. And of course, we know that you are just not. You could say in and outside the Nation of Islam, you're one of the best businessmen. Just period. You're just an amazing businessman. Always have been. And of course, we're pumping black business and unity with the arc. So just tell us a little bit about that and your business history. What inspired you to do that? What you hope people can get inspiration from what you did and what you're doing. Just the business aspects of things. Tell us a little bit about that.
Thank you. The business aspect is that in the Nation of Islam, under the leadership of the Honorable Louis Farrakhan, is teaching us we must do for ourselves. Stop begging others to do for us what we can unite and do for ourselves. Don't nobody respect no beggar.
Right, yes, sir.
And in the Nation of Islam, we don't teach people to beg. We teach them to do for self. And that's why the economic part that the open enemy don't want us to reach around. Most people don't believe and don't understand that the Nation of Islam, under the leadership of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, is under sanction by the United States government.
Right.
And every time we strive to get economic up, they interfere with us to keep us from getting economically strong. So now, that's why one of the reasons I'm striving outright, I try so hard for us to be better than the Black Wall Street were. They was an example for us on the Black Wall Street. I'm saying we could do it again and over again if we would support black businesses. And in message to the black man, Honorable Elijah Muhammad tells us, stop wanting criticism of black businesses. Our open enemy had over 200 years upon us of free labor. That's why they can do what they're doing. Look, if we could flip that and give us 200 years or give us 100 years of free labor, good God Almighty, what we would do. But they always want to forget about that part. See? But I'm saying we have to get over that and unite and support one another economically. And we can help our own self. We're looking for nobody else to help us. If we spend all our money out of the community, we get it, we give it right back to them. We can build up our own community.
That's right.
And then when someone come along to begin to teach us, look, do for self, spend your money with yourself, then they want to say you're haters.
Right. Yes, sir.
But they are sucking the blood from our community, taking it out and building up their community. And that's why we got to keep teaching hard to our people. Support your own. I don't care if they got a little corner store. Support them. And if the price is a little higher, it don't matter. Support them.
Yes, sir.
Support one another. And Uncle showed us back in the days. He took our nickels and dimes and built the nation of Islam. He took what we call a mom and pop store, but look what he did. He taught us how to support one another and build a nation that we can call our own.
Yes, sir.
And hate it. And Unbelievable Farrakhan is teaching us the same thing. It's busy. Keep us from supporting one another. But if we can ever just get past that and say, I'm going next door and support my brother or sister, I don't care if it's a little high. I'm going to the salon. I'm going here. And now everybody has come into our community and sucking the blood. Now we once had all the nail salons and the barbershop. That was our cash crop. Now this is something taking over because we won't support. But there's a new group coming up with a different mindset, conscious mindset. And spread the word. No matter what, let's support ourselves. Support black businesses all over. We're the only group that got to run around and say support black businesses. You don't hear white folks going around saying support white businesses. They all know that they're going to do that.
Right. Yes, sir.
You don't hear Chinese running around saying these other Chinese support Chinese businesses. They automatically do it. We're the only group that have to try to educate our people to buy from us.
Right. Yes, sir.
So I'm saying, so we got to keep on saying it. I'll keep on walking it, keep on talking it. Everywhere we go, we got to tell the people.
Come on. Yes, sir.
Put your own. Let's be able to get up. Our own bootstrap, if they want to call it that. Buy our book, buy our grocery store, buy our salon, buy our own car, our dealership. We can do it. Support self. I'm telling you, buy my book too. Don't leave. We got one of the baddest bean pies on the planet.
Come on, that's right. Yes, sir.
Bean pie. If you never try it. I tell you, you can't eat one slice. You just can't. You get hooked.
That's right.
I bear witness.
Gotta eat the whole thing.
So buy the bean pie. If you never tried, try it. You tried everything else. Support self. Support black business. If a grocery store, clothing stores, whatever is owned by your own, support it.
Right.
Then we can hire our own people and put them to work. So they can't say, I can't find no job. Yeah. If we support ourselves, we can begin right there. Support yourself, brothers and sisters.
Come on.
Organization. Donate and help them to get up. We need to help one another first. And then when others see us supporting ourselves, then they may come and help us. But we got to put ourselves first. Come on, brothers and sisters. Buy my books. Buy other authors' books. Support brothers. Wherever they are, black people striving to do right, support them.
Come on, that's right.
That's my plea. That's my passion. I want to see us with all this knowledge and skill get up. Support Rise Magazine, one of the beautiful magazine on the planet. First class. It's so beautiful. It's frightening some people. They can't even believe it's done by black people.
Come on, that's right.
If you have not seen it, go online and purchase it. You want the digital copy? Get the digital copy. Come on, black people. Let's support one another.
Right. That's right.
I get fired up with that. I'm sorry.
Yes, praise be to Allah. Thank you so much, Brother Minister. And we're going to stay on this topic of doing for self. And the next question that I have for Student Minister Sharrieff is going to kind of go into do for self and why we should support one another. But before doing that, just want to mention some of the businesses that are featured in the ARC. So Student Minister Sharrieff has crafted a place all under one roof where we don't have to ask anyone for anything. You want modest clothing, you can get it at the ARC. You want a delicious slice of bean pie, you can get it at the ARC. I mean, a whole bean pie, not a slice. You can get it at the ARC. If you want 10,000 Fearless, People United for Change, going out, helping the community. So I'm going to read, and we can show it on the screen too, but I'm going to read some of the businesses featured in the ARC. And so we have the Rise Magazine office. We have Your Books and Variety store. We have Beloved Boutique, and that's a modest clothing store for sisters. We have Supreme Spring Water. So that's Muslim-owned, Black-owned water company. We have Your Fish program, and there's dinner sold on Fridays and Saturdays. You can come by the ARC and get a delicious fish dinner with your choice of sides. We have something new we added, which is the Sharrieff sub. Everyone loves that. So please come to the ARC. Make sure that you get delicious plate of food. We have People United for Change, as I mentioned, 10,000 Fearless Men and Women of the South, and patrol cars, 10,000 Fearless Men and Women of the South patrol car. We have the podcast studio, event space. So that's where you can come in if you have a baby shower. You can see it on the screen. We had a baby shower at the ARC, weddings, any event that you want, you can have it at the ARC. You don't have to go out to any other event center. You can come to the ARC and have your event. We do auditing, so that's spiritual and mental therapy. And there's many other things that are featured in the ARC, so please support it. And Student Minister Sharrieff, my question to you is, why is it important for us to be united and really just work together to support one another? If you can, you did mention some of it, but if you can tell us what's the importance of us unifying and creating businesses and, pulling our talents together.
One of the main purposes so we can do for ourselves and stop begging other people to do for us, or we can unite and do for ourselves. We want to put the business together, and we have a little small black, I call it small black Wall Street, that you could come in and you have a variety of stores under one roof. We have a grocery store that you could come in and get healthy food from black farmers. You could come in and get healthy food right in the whole black community. You could come in. You can stop all that. I can't get no modest clothes for my children, my daughter. They got these mini pants on and short skirt and all that. But you can come in to another boutique and you can get modern clothes that the girls and the adult sisters can wear. That's stylish. So you don't have to wear hot pants and all that madness out there anymore. You could come in the community. The Honorable Louis Farrakhan told us 10-10-15 to go back into our communities and set up the 10,000 feelings, men and women. And then begin to clean up our own neighborhood and make it a decent and clean place to live. And we have the 10,000 patrol car. It's the 10,000 community patrol because we can patrol our own community because they don't have enough police officers to patrol all these cities. But we can patrol our own community and make it a safe place to live. And if we could get the men to really man up Come out of the houses and being afraid of your own children. In unity, we can do that. The sisters the same way. You out in the streets anyway. Come on and join the 10,000 fillers. Stop being afraid. And to all the men, you running around there scared to come out your house, scared to death in the community. Come join the 10,000 fearless men and women.
That's
and
right.
let us patrol our own community, and we can stop this doggone crime from our own people killing each other. Do you know it's more of us killing each other now? Our open enemy, he just stand back and watch now. Why? Because we have the mark of the beast on our forehead. And now we doing it. We killing each other more than they are killing us. And we can stop it if we begin to really love one another. So that's why we wanted the businesses to come together so we can open up the businesses and then hire our own people, put them to work, and pray to Allah that our community come and support us so we can get stronger and stronger, then expand, hire more of our own people to work. That's what the enemy sees. And that's why he don't want us to unite, because we can't clean up our own neighborhood. We have patrol cars now. We need more patrol cars. And that's why we're asking you to donate to the 10,000 fearless. We're not asking you just give no individual money so they can try to get rich. It ain't not about that. It's about us having money to go buy more patrol cars. We can go out and save our people from killing one another. The elderly is scared to come out the house to go to the grocery store. We are not afraid. In the nation of Islam, we're taught, fear no one but Allah God.
That's right.
We control our neighborhood with no fear, calling on Allah God and thanking Him. And we can take the elderly to the doctor's office. We can take the elderly to the grocery store. We can take our sisters there and have them go to the service station where everywhere now you're getting shot all up at the service station. We can go and patrol those service stations, but we need our support.
Come on. That's right.
We need you to support us. Here's a group that God has lifted up the Honorable Louis Farrakhan to raise right in your face. And I'm saying you have tried everything else. You all out there, the entertainers, the rich people out there, you putting your money with everybody else and failing you. Why don't you support the Nation of Islam, 10,000 feelings, and you'll earn on your dollar. You're not afraid of them. We love them. Come on and support the 10,000 feelings, the Nation of Islam. Come on. And when you see them brothers out there with that final call newspaper, stop and support them. Because we're in the community trying to save our people from self. Come on, black community. Come on, brothers and sisters. Let's support one another. The enemy saying this can never be done. Let's make him a liar. Because the bottom rail, the last shall be first. That's talking about us, whether you believe it or not. God said so. So come on and support come on to the ark and support the businesses that we have. Support black businesses everywhere you see them. Support us. That's why we're opening up businesses and striving hard with the ark to have economic. And I wish our people would come and support our business so we can strengthen up the business and grow and expand and hire more of our own people and get them off the street where they say they don't have no jobs or nothing to do. Clean them up and buy houses and put our people in the houses, get them up off the street. But it takes money. And if you support us, we ask you to support us. We're not begging you to be begging. You can do the work we're striving hard to do under the leadership of the Honorable Mr. Louis Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam. We're striving hard to do for self. Stop wanting killing out there and robbing and all that mayhem. This is what we're striving hard to do. So why don't you support us and help us? Come on now. As-Salaam Alaikum. All right.
Well, Islam, sir. Praise be to Allah. That deserves a round of applause.
Definitely. Praise be to Allah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Praise be to Allah.
Praise be to Allah. Well, we're coming close to the end now. Thank you so much, Student Minister Sharrieff, for coming on and sharing those jewels with us. We really appreciate it, all that you've shared, all that you have done to help the nation, and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Thank you so much. And at this moment, we just want to take time to show everyone how they could support. So how you could support the ARC, how you could support Rise Magazine, all the entities within the ARC. And so the first thing I'm going to mention is that the ARC does have a website. So please, you go on the website, you can leave reviews, you can see all the different businesses that are featured in the ARC, and that's www.thearcatlanta.com. So once again, that's www.thearcatlanta, that's all spelled out, .com. So please make sure you go on there. It's on the screen. You can write it down and make sure you show your support, leave a comment. Also, we could put on the screen the location for the ARC as well as the phone number. So the location is 3638 Campbellton Road, Southwest, and that's Atlanta, Georgia. Make sure you stop by. Once again, we have dinner sales on Friday and Saturday. So please show your support, purchase a dinner, come purchase a bean pie, shop in Beloved Boutique, get the newest issue of Rise Magazine, and just see what the ARC is about. And so God's ARC, here is the phone number, is 404-963-1078. It's on the screen. And once again, that's 404-963-1078. Right. Another thing is, don't forget to support Rise Magazine. Go to www.risemagazineco.com. Once again, that's on the screen, www.risemagazineco.com, to see all the newest issues, updates on Rise Magazine, social media, things that are happening with the Rise Magazine podcast. Stay up to date, how you can get an advertisement and promote your business in Rise Magazine. There on the screen, we have our latest issue with Student Minister Halim on the front cover. Please show your support. You can get either a digital copy or a hard copy. Just go to our website, www.risemagazineco.com. Now, of course, we know with business, with unity, all of that has to do with finances. And so please show your support financially for the ARC, for Rise Magazine. The Cash App for Rise Magazine is simple, $ Rise Magazine. It's on the screen. Make sure that you send something. Any amount is appreciated. Also want to give the Cash App for the ARC. And it's important. Please show your support. There's multiple businesses within the ARC, as we just mentioned. And of course, you want to make sure that you show your support for it. Just really, where else can you find someone doing this, having a place under one roof where you can buy clothing, where you can buy food, where you can, where you have a Black-owned publication. So please show your support. And that's ATL, it's $ ATL ARC 22. Let me make sure I have that for you. Brother Hashim, you can take it over as I make sure that I give everyone the information for how they could support the ARC.
Okay, praise be to Allah. And before I do that, I do have to backtrack a little bit. Did I hear something about a Sharrieff sub?
Yes, you did.
Okay, so I didn't even know about that. So I learned something with that right there. I'm gonna need y'all to send me one in the mail. I don't care how long it takes to get here. I'll eat it regardless. But I have not tried it, but definitely that's something I just had to mention that, because now I'm a little more. I definitely have got to try a Sharrieff sub. But do you have to cash that yet?
Yes. The Cash App is $ ATL ARC 22. So once again, that's $ ATL ARC 22, and it's on the screen.
Praise be to Allah. But yeah, Sharrieff sub, definitely gonna try it, right? So y'all be sure to support everything Sister Caesar just said, and go to the ARC and get you a Sharrieff sub so you can let your brother know how that is, because I've got to get my hands on one of those. So with that, family, thank you everybody for coming on, listening to us today. Took it right out my hands, Brother Kasha. Thank you. Be sure to go to www.abdulsharrieff.com and get all of the books by our wonderful regional minister, Abdul Sharrieff Muhammad. We talked about a lot of them today. We talked about Down and Not Out. We talked about a soldier in the movement of Christ. Didn't quite hit on Islam as Farrakhan divinely guided and connected will, but that is an amazing book as well, and you have got to get it. If you don't get it, you're losing, you're not winning. And here in the Nation of Islam, all we do is win. So you better go ahead and get that book. Get every single book. Be sure to get your Rise magazine. And with that, family, I have nothing else to say. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming on, Minister Sharrieff. Thank you so much. Love you.
Thank you.
We're going to go out. Yes, sir. And we're going to go out and close out in prayer. So with that, family, assume whatever position of prayer you find most comfortable, and we pray. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, all praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, Master of this day of judgment in which we now live. Thee alone do we worship, in thine aid do we seek. O Allah, guide us in the right path, the path of those upon whom thou hast bestowed thy favors, and not the path upon whom thou wrath has been brought down, nor those who go astray. Ameen. All praise is due to Allah. As-Salaam Alaikum.